What's up, everybody? This video is more on a political media agenda. Um, and eventually, this little series, this also mini series, will result in talking about narcissism as well. But for this particular video, I want to entitle it "Wake the Fuck Up." So here in mass media, social media, so this giant uproar about the Tulsa shooting of what they claim to be a completely innocent, unarmed black man. Now, I don't give a fuck about the race. I just want to look at the whole scenario. I don't care if you're black or white or not. I'm not really racist at all. But the point of it is that the media has made this video and edited this video and portrayed this entire situation into something it's completely not. So when all this first started happening, all the media was saying that this was a stalled car. This man had his car had stalled, and this female officer just happened to come across it. So let's just take a look at that. We already have proof that that's not true. Even the chief of police of Tulsa came out and said that indeed that car had been reported and so on and so forth. But that's what the media was telling people at first. This is a stalled car. He just stalled in the middle of the road. So let's take a look at the facts here. There's two videos out now which are highly edited, but you can still gather some rational points about it. Number one, the car is parked in the middle of the road at a slant. Well, being a professional mechanic and all, that takes a very specific situation for you to stall and wind up in that kind of situation. Normally that's a broken suspension part, a tie rod or a ball joint or some catastrophic suspension part that fails and you lose control of your car and you come to a stop wherever it is. Well, number one, in this video, you can see that there is no catastrophic suspension damage to this car. If this was indeed just a stalled car, why did he not coast over to the side of the road? There's plenty of room in the videos. You need to watch the videos. That's interesting. Secondly, you have a dash cam video of multiple police racing to the scene, sirens on, everything, flooring it. Now, I'm not a genius, but I know that cops don't fucking gang up and floor it to the scene of a stalled car. On the same note, please tell me why there's a helicopter circling and recording a stalled car. Yeah. Again, not a genius, but normally when cops group up and rush to a situation, it's pretty serious. Just random thought there. Now, we have the helicopter video in which you can see this individual is out of his car and walking towards the police officer who already has her gun drawn, aiming it at him. Well, again, I'm not a genius, but when I get pulled over, I stay in my car. I don't get out and walk towards the cop. Now, even if the situation arose that I was doing that, if the cop pulled a gun out and pointed it at me, I would think, hey, maybe I shouldn't be fucking doing this. They're threatened. Walking towards a police officer like that, getting out of your car, is an act of aggression. You can look at all the police shootings, not the police towards citizens or criminals, but all the police that have been shot. 9 times out of 10, it's somebody that jumps out of their car and runs towards a police officer's car. Almost always. Interesting again, right? So you see this female officer pointing her gun at this individual. Yes, his hands are in the air. That's everybody else's argument. Oh, his hands was in the air. His hands was in the air. So yeah, he had his hands in the air. Now let's take another wild assumption. What do you think this female officer was telling him to do as she had his gun pointed at him and he is approaching her? I'm going to take a wild bet. Get down on the ground, put your hands behind your head. Normally what they say. Did he do that? No. No, he didn't. He turned around and casually strolls back to his car and approaches a open driver's side window. Now again, not a fucking genius, but if I was a police officer, I would assume he's going back to his car to get something. What could he be getting? Well, who knows? You know, honestly, they had no way to know what he was doing. It defies all fucking logic that people get in a uproar about this. Number one, the uproar has been totally planted and seeded by media. They want this to happen. Number two, if you just sit there and you use common fucking sense, you can see that. I mean, I don't want to say that this was fully this guy's fault, but a large portion of this guy's fault. He approached an armed officer that was already on the defensive. He then walked away. I mean, you just stupid. I'll ask you this one question. And this is the only question you need to fucking know at this point, or answer at this point. If he had got down on his knees and put his hands behind his back, would he have been shot? And we all know the answer to that. We all know the answer to that. There's no denying the answer to that. You can't deny the answer to that. No, the fuck he would not have been. So this dumbass made stupid fucking decisions, whether he was armed or not, and bad things happened. And now you have this uproar about it. Why did the police do it? People, wake the fuck up. I don't even want to get into the conversation of is it the police's fault or not. To some degree, maybe it could have been. Maybe they should have tased him instead of shot him, because one officer apparently tased him, one shot him. Maybe one officer did make a bad decision. That's not my point here. That's not my point here at all. My point here is that the media has fucking twisted and manipulated this shit again and again, and they have been doing this for the last 2 fucking years to incite racial problems, to incite a race war, honestly. I mean, you can see this shit time and time and time again. They give you half the information, not even half the information, 20% of the information. They cut up the videos, they edit them like crazy, and then present them to you like it's a full story. And, you know, this is the same fucking shit the narcissist is. They cut up all the information, they doctor everything together, they gaslight the fuck out of you, and then present it to you like it's a full fucking story. You know? The ignorant, the dumb, like we used to be in the narcissistic relationship, will believe that bullshit fucking story. Once you catch on to this fucking horse shit, you realize that this is like it's plain as day how fake this fucking shit is. So that's gonna actually lead into my whole new series about Zionism and really how that really has a lot to do with narcissism, and they use the same exact tactics and strategies. And it's it's pretty crazy, man. It's I've heard this before a lot. The next war is going to be between the red pill and the blue pill, and I believe in it more and more every fucking day. So, hope you enjoy. Tell me what you think. Do yourself a favor before you fucking start a goddamn race argument. This is not about race. Do yourself a favor before you start any argument. Watch the videos. The full videos, as full as you can get, because they're not any of them are full. Do your research, do your homework before you come in spouting off about you think you know what you're talking about. No offense to any of y'all, but I've had that on social media, like just like crazy. People just spouting off. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They haven't done their homework. It's just ignorant, emotionally charged people spouting off. Put race out of the equation. Use common sense. Use logic. Why are cops racing to a stalled car? Why is this individual approaching the police officer with a gun drawn? Why is he walking away to his driver's side window? There's a lot more to this story than they're letting out. Why is there a fucking helicopter circling the goddamn stalled car recording? Clearly they knew something was about to happen. I mean, come on, people. Come the fuck on.